What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Lord Solar Prime, and I'm going to be showcasing you guys today my Infer-Therion deck that I've been working on for about 2 weeks. I've been tinkering around with this build. I'm not 100% sold on it. There may be a couple things that's going to change, but we'll cross that down the line. But this is what I took to locals over the weekend and ended up getting first place. I have a lot of things to discuss as far as like combo lines and things like that. So we're going to jump right into the deck profile. We're going to cover the monsters here. We're going to cover the spell attack cards. Then we're going to cover the extra deck. And of course, you guys know we're going to roll into the combos after all that's said and done. So let's move on. We played 2 Gear Freaks. Absolutely a beast this weekend. I would play 3 if I cut the Therions out of the deck. But that's just what I would do if the Therions were here. So I'm probably going to look into getting my 3rd collector's rare of Gear Free. That won't be hard at all. Of course, we still play the 1 Ogier, triple Olivier, triple Renard, triple Red Layer, and double Firefant Lady. That does it for the Fire Warriors. One thing to note, just like in the Hero Kit version of Infernobles, Olivier and Renard are the most important cards before you get started with your combos with a soul. Moving on, we played 3 Connector, 1 Dolphin, and we played Doppelwarrior in this particular version. This is going to be your token generator, kind of similar to what Auroradon did for Infernoble Knights in previous formats. 1 Jet Synchron is really, really good. 1 Play Spreader Zombie that helps out with unique hands that you can't really control, but he's here to help supplement for that, and I'll show you how to use him in combo lines. Of course, we're going to play 2 Therion King Regulus and 1 Therion Bull Iron. King and Bull here are here to help make negates before you go into ISO, and I'm going to show you guys the combo line of how to utilize both of these. So that does it for the monsters. Let's move over into the spell and track cards. All right, guys, here are the spell cards I played for this event. We played 3 Hairs of the Chalice, 1 Rhoda, 1 Therion Disc Coliseum, triple Durendo, triple DDR, 1 Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, and 1 Metal Silver Armor. That does it for the equips. And now we played 2 triple Tactics Talents. I don't really like this card, this format, because there's just so many hand traps. But at any point we get hand trap before we make a soul, we get to peek into our opponent's hand and rip out the most important hand traps like Nibiru. 3 Forbidden Droplets for breaking boards when you go second, and of course the 1 Call by the Grave. Gotta have that. So that does it for the spell cards. Let's move on to the extra deck. All right, guys, here's the extra deck I ran for this event. Full disclosure, I really miss Nightmare Unicorn and Access Code Talker. It didn't come up in the event, but I'm just telling you right now, full disclosure, I really do miss those 2 cards right there. I may look into a way to get those incorporated into my extra deck, but that'll be later on down the line once I get more comfortable with the deck. So what we played over the weekend was 1 Hulk, 2 Assault, which actually did come up, so I'm probably going to keep it at 2 for the foreseeable future. We played 1 Celestial Double Star Shaman. We played 1 Form of Synchron, 1 Metal Marcher, 1 Tatsunoko, 1 Herald of the Arclight, 1 Captain Roland, 1 Coral Dragon, 1 Power Tool Dragon, 1 Chaos Ruler, 1 Borlo Savage Dragon, 1 Emperor Charles, and 1 Baron de Fleur. And of course, for the tokens, we played 2 CR Doppel tokens, guys. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful tokens. Let's move on to the combo section of the video. Hey guys, welcome to combo line number 1, where we're going to be utilizing Olivier and Neospace Connector. This is my go-to combo line if I'm able to get to it, if I do not know what I'm facing against. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and normal summon Connector. Let's put Olivier down here. Connector effect, special summons Dolphin. Of course, you guys can use Dolphin's effect. We're not going to right now. Link summon away for Assault. Assault's first effect is going to grab us Firefant Lady. Of course, commonly, everyone would grab either Gear Freed if we're not going to have a chance to get rolling out onto the board. But for this particular combo line, we're going to actually establish rolling. So we don't need to grab Gear Freed. Also, people will also get Red Layer at this point for the Borlo Savage Tatsunoko play. But in this particular instance, I'm going for something different. So we grab Firefant Lady for the first effect. The second effect I sold mills 2 equip cards. It's got to be Phoenix Blade and of course Metal Silver Armor, but that's interchangeable with any equip card you guys want to send at this point. Besides DDR, do not send DDR. We're going to use that later on in the combo line. So sends 2 equipped cards to the graveyard to special summon out Doppelwarrior. At this point, we need to get Olivier to the board. So we're gonna activate Phoenix Blade effect to add to hand by banishing Connector and Dolphin. Then we're gonna send the equipped card to the graveyard to special summon out Olivier. From this point here, we take Olivier and I sold and link summon them away for Hulk. Hulk effect activates special summon out Jet Synchron. From here, we're gonna synchro summon the Jet and the Doppel for Metal Marcher. Metal Marcher effect activates targeting any tune in the graveyard to special summon. Doppelwarrior effect activates special summoning out 2 Doppel tokens. Resolve Marcher effect to bring back Jet. Now we're gonna go Jet and one of the Doppel tokens for Celestial Star Shaman. When this hits the board, it reborns a level 2 monster from the grave. We're gonna grab back our Doppelwarrior, and then we're gonna use Shaman and the Doppel token to synchro summon for Tatsunoko. And at this point, we're gonna use Tatsunoko and the 1 card we added for our soul to synchro summon for Herald of the Arclight. From this point here, we're going to synchro summon for a 5. I'm gonna use the 3 from Metal March and the 2 from Doppel to make Captain Roland. Roland effect activates, Doppel effect activates, special summon out 2 tokens. Resolve Roland effect on end phase. Then we're gonna take Roland and one of the Doppel tokens to special summon out Coil Dragon. Of course, if you're going second, you can use Coil Dragon effect to discard a card, pop a card, or whatever you want to do. But we're not for the sake of this combo line, but we are going to take Coil Dragon and one of his Doppel tokens and make Power Tool Dragon. Once Coil Dragon is used for a synchro summon, you guys get to draw a card. So we're going to draw a dummy card here and keep it in our hand. And once Power Tool hits the board, we can then establish to use his effect to reveal 3 equipped cards. We're going to reveal 3 DDRs from our deck, adding 1 to our hand. Put the rest on the bottom. Cool. Now we need to get tuners back to the grave to start synchroning up into our most powerful monsters in our extra deck. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to use the effect of Phoenix Blade again by banishing Fireflint Lady. And we're gonna come over here and also banish a soul because we're not using Boilo Savage in this particular combo line. Once we get back Divine Sword, we can pitch it to the grave to special summon out our Jet Synchron. We're gonna take Jet and Power Tool. Don't forget to banish Jet at this particular point to make Chaos Ruler. So now what we need to do is get Jet back from the banish area. So you guys could use Phoenix Blade to banish any 2 warriors in your graveyard if you had more warriors to hit the graveyard. But seeing as we only have Doppelwarrior and Olivier in the grave, we're gonna hold fast on that. So the 1 card we actually plussed in a particular combo, we're gonna discard this particular card to the grave to use it for the effect of DDR to bring back our Jet Synchron. So once we get Jet back, we're going to use Jet and Chaotic Ruler to make Charles. And at this point, we check our grave to make sure we have our grave set up for the effect of Chaotic Ruler. So now we're going to go Chaotic Ruler, special summon by banishing Doppel and a light monster, which is going to be Star Shaman. He hits the board. Before we move to the end phase, we're going to check our graveyard for any Infernoble effects we need to activate, like Olivier. So we're going to activate Olivier in grave to equip to Emperor Charles. And now we move to the end phase. We're going to use Roland's effect to add Gear Free by dumping a equip card to the graveyard. There we go. And then we're going to use Charles' effect to equip an equip card from the grave to him, but also equipping a Fire Warrior from the deck to Charles. So before we end to our opponent, we're ending on Hulk, Arclight, Charles, and Chaotic Ruler. So what do we have? We have a form of disruption with Charles with using Roland. We have a negation effect with Herald of the Arclight, we have Gearfried in our hand for the follow-up. We also have Metal, Silver, Armor, and Ogier and Olivier equipped it to Charles. So your opponent can't use any single targeting monster spell or trap card on any monster they control, no matter where it is. So that's the end board. But there is also a negate that we also have that's actually hidden that we're going to actually pull out on our opponent's turn. So we're going to pass to our opponent. They're going to go, they're going to draw, they're going to activate, let's just say Branded Fusion or anything like that. We're going to activate the effect of Herald of the Arclight to chain to negate the Branded Fusion, but we're also going to chain Hulk effect. So we're going to banish Hulk to special summon out Formula Synchron. Formula Synchron hits the board. We're going to actually draw a card. And then at that point, we can then Synchro Summon Chaos Ruler and Formula Synchron. Chaos Ruler gets banished at this point to special summon out Baron the Fleur. So there we go. We still have a negate and we still have a disruption with Roland and Charles. There we go. So that ends the particular combo line for this particular combo. It's really, really good. I love this particular combo. It's really hard to crack, but let's move on to combo line number 2. All right, guys, welcome to combo line number 2. This combo line is going to be very similar. It's only going to be a 1 card difference to the end board, but it's going to walk through the same combo line. So just get yourself prepared for that. I'm going to move pretty fast, so just try to keep up, guys. Normal summon Connector. Connector effect is going to special summon Dolphin. You can use Dolphin effect if you want. Link summon these 2 away for a Soul. A Soul's first effect is going to grab us Red Layer. So second effect is going to send 2 equipped cards to the grave, which is going to be Metal, Silver Armor, and Phoenix Blade. Now we special summon out Doppel by the effect of Assault. Now we need to get Oliver to the field. So we're going to use the effect of Phoenix Blade by banishing Connector, Dolphin. Use Olivier's effect, special summon him by sending the equipped card to the graveyard. Then we're going to take Olivier and Assault and special summon Hulk. Hulk effect activates, special summon Jet. We're going to use Jet and Doppel to synchro summon Metal Marcher. Metal Marcher effect activates, Doppel effect activates. Special summon out 2 Doppel tokens. Resolution, special summon back Jet Synchron. I'm going to take Jet and 1 of the tokens to make Star Shaman. Shaman effect activates on board to grab Doppel. Then we're going to use Shaman and the Doppel token for Tatsunoko. So at this point, guys, you know it kind of really changed. So we're going to go Tatsunoko and Red Layer in hand to synchro summon for Borload Savage. Savage effect activates, grabbing us Isolde, equip it to him. Now we're going to go 5. Take this 3 and the 2 to make Roland. Roland effect activates, resolves on the end phase. Doppelwarrior effect activates, giving us 2 tokens. Then we're going to go Roland. 1 Doppel token for Coil Dragon. Then we're going to go Coil Dragon, 1 Doppel token. For Power Tool, Coil Dragon nets us 1 card. Then we're going to go Power Tools effect to reveal 3 equipped cards. We're going to reveal 3 DDRs, adding 1 to our hand. So now we need to get Jet back to the board. So we're going to banish Red Layer. And we're going to banish Olivier from our graveyard. Don't worry, he'll be back. Don't worry. Check out other side of the grave. Cool. So once we get Phoenix Blade back in our hand, we can pitch Phoenix Blade to the grave to bring back Jet. Use Jet and Power Tool to make Chaos Ruler. Don't forget Jet gets banished by that effect. So now we need to get Jet back to the board to make Charles. So we take the random card that we drew. We discard that to bring back Jet Synchron. Now we use Jet and Chaos Ruler to make Charles. at this point here, guys, we have decisions to make. Of course, we can bring back Chaotic Ruler by banishing a light and dark from the graveyard, but that leaves you open to Super Poly and things like that. This is why this is rarely my first turn particular play if I don't know what I'm playing against. If I feel like my opponent's playing Super Poly in games 2 and 3, then I probably won't go for this line of play again. But for the sake of the combo line, let's just go ahead and play it out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna banish 1 dark and 1 light. Where's the light monster? Star Shaman, to bring back Chaos Ruler. And at this point here, we check our graveyard to see if we have anything equipped. We don't have anything to equip. But if you guys wanted to know what you guys could do if you guys are holding King Regulus, you guys can special summon King Regulus by targeting Power Tool and equip Power Tool to Regulus once he hits the field. And that's a form of Omni Negation right there. So that's what the board will look, your end board will look like, passing to your opponent minus the in-phase tricks. So let's just continue with what we got. Put that back in the grave. So in phase, we're gonna activate Roland's effect to add us Gear Free by dropping an equip to the grave. Then we're gonna use Charles' effect to equip Metal Silver Armor from him and equipping a Fire Warrior from the deck to Charles. Let me grab my other Olivier. So equip to Charles, and that is the end board, but it's very weak to Super Poly. So this is why I don't particularly use this combo line if I have a fear that my opponent's playing Super Poly. But for the sake of combo, we're not worried about that. So pass the turn to our opponent. Our opponent activates any card over there. We negate with Savage. Then we chain Hulk effect to summon out our Formula Synchron. We draw a card for Formula. And then we use Formula and Chaotic Ruler. Chaotic Ruler gets banished at this point to Synchro Summon the Flare. And that's the end of combo line number 2, which ends on negate, a disruption, and another negate. Of course, we have Rolling in the graveyard for the disruption with Charles. So there we are with that, guys. So that's what the combo line looks like at the end of combo line number 2 after we pass it to our opponent. Let's move over into the actual Therion part of the combo line. So I know a lot of people want to see that. So let's move over to the Therion side of things. All right, guys, welcome to combo line number 1 using Therions. It's relatively short, so I'm just gonna speed through it. But we're gonna use Connector again, and this time we have Disc Coliseum, but this can easily just be King Regulus if you want to for this particular combo line. So for those who don't know what Disc Coliseum does, when this card is activated, you can add 1 Therion monster from your deck to your hand once per turn. If your monster will be destroyed by battle, you can send 1 Therion card or 1 Endless Engine Argus system from your deck to the graveyard instead. Once per turn, when a monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Therion monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only activate 1 Therion Disc Coliseum per turn. So it's a really, really nice field card. Really, really good. So let's go ahead and get this combo started. We're going to start off with Therion Disc Coliseum, activate to add us Therion King to our hand. Then we're going to normal summon Neo Space Connector. Connector effect is going to special summon out Dolphin. Dolphin effect can activate if you want to, but we're not at this particular moment. We're going to use those 2 to link summon into Asode. Asode's first effect is going to add us Therion Bull. So how we're going to get this to the graveyard, don't worry, we're going to get it there. And that's going to be the catalyst to summon our Therion King. So we go Asode's first effect to send 1 equipped card to the graveyard. We're going to send Durendal. And it's going to special summon us out 1 Renard. When Renard is special summoned, let's just add back a Fire Warrior or an equipped card from the banished pile or graveyard to our hand. We're going to grab back Durendal, activate Durendal, add us another Renard, send Durendal to the graveyard. Since we control the Fire Warrior, we can special summon this Renard, and he becomes a tuner. Now we use the tuner Renard and Isode to link summon for Hulk. Hulk effect activates to special summon out Plague Spreader. So in combo lines where I do not use Doppelwarrior, I tend to use Plague Spreader to jumpstart my combos and inboard. So this is going to be one of the ways you can use Plague Spreader to end on a particular inboard. So let's go 2 and 1 makes 3 Synchro Summon for Tatsunoko. We're going to use Tatsunoko and Therion Bull in our hand to Synchro Summon for, what's that, 7 and 3 makes 10 for Baron de Fleur. Once we get Therion Bull in the graveyard, King Regulus can actually hit the board. So we're going to go activate King Regulus effect, targeting Bull, special summon King to the board, and equipping Bull to the King. So this is our inboard. When we pass turn to our opponent, we have just basically Plague Spreader in the graveyard, nothing really fancy. But once we pass it over to our opponent, they activate any card. We can use any one of these negates and then chain the effect of Plague Spreader to special summon out Formula Synchron. At this point, we draw a card, and we have the option to protect Formula Synchron with our Therion Disc Coliseum from battle one time to automatically send another Therion card to the graveyard, which would be another king to the graveyard. So once we send that king to the graveyard, we're good. So that ends it for this particular combo. Let's move on to combo number 2 using Therions. All right, guys, welcome back to the last combo line using Therions for this particular video. We're going to start off with Therion King Regulus, Ogier, and Fireflint Lady to start this particular combo. So let's get started. So we're going to start off with normal summon Ogier. Ogier effect is going to drop down Therion Bull to the graveyard. And then we're going to special summon Fireflint Lady because we control a warrior. Before we go into so we want to establish a form of negation. So we're going to activate Therion King Regulus in hand to target Bull, special summon Regulus. Then we're going to equip Bull to Regulus. Now we can go into Assault with some level of protection. Assault first ability is going to grab us Red Layer, add that to our hand. And then we're going to activate the second effect of ISO, which is going to look similar to the last time we activated ISO in the last combo line. Keep in mind that you can do this particular combo line where you summon Renaud, but if you have of course, the correct hand, or you have Olivier in hand to summon to combo off with Doppel, you can go that route too because you still have 4 zones left to combo with. But in this particular line, we're going to just go with the Plague Spreader route. So we're going to drop Durandal to the grave. Renaud special summon, he adds back Durandal to our hand. We're going to activate Durandal to search us another Renaud, sending Durandal to the graveyard. Since we control a fire ward, we're going to special summon Renaud as a tuner. Use the tuner Renaud and Assault to summon Hulk. Hulk effect is then going to summon Plague Spreader from the deck. And we're going to use Plague Spreader and the non-tuner Renaud to special summon out our Tatsunoko. Then we're going to use Tatsunoko and the Red Layer to synchro summon for Borload Savage Dragon. And we're going to use Savage Dragon effect to equip Assault. And this combo line pretty much ends right here. But of course, we have things to do on our opponent's turn. So we pass the turn to our opponent. They activate any effect. We can negate with either Therion King or we can negate with Savage. Either way, we're going to chain to that effect by banishing Hulk to special summon out Formula Synchron. At this point, hopefully we have used the negate for Borload Savage. Then we can use Formula Synchron and Savage to synchro summon for De Fleur, which would replace the negation we use for Borload Savage. So it's a 3 negation board in this particular combo line because we have Baron, Regulus, and we use the negate for Borload Savage, and we also actually drew a card with Formula Synchron. So that does it for this particular video, guys. I'm very excited to bring these combo lines to you just to get them out there and get them out of my head. Please let me know what you think below, whether you think Therions is worth playing in Infernobles or not. I'm kind of on the fence. I like it enough to play it, but do I feel like I should be playing something different? Yeah, probably so, but I'm having fun with playing Therion King and Therion Bull at the moment. But please let me know what you guys think below. It's been your boy, Lil Solar Prime, and I'm out, guys. Peace.